My name is Lyn Dickinson, and I'm the Executive Director of Theater Delta. Theater Delta is an interactive theater company. And what that means is we actually use interactive theater as an educational tool to help different communities have really difficult conversations. What's different about our work is that the members of the audience are not just observers, they're participants. So our performance model begins with a scene, very much like a traditional play, and at the end of that scene, that ends at a point of pretty intense conflict, we will invite the characters out to then have some interaction with the audience. And that opportunity to actually interact with the characters helps people to sort of look at this process of self-reflection. And then after that Q&A time, we're able to release the actors, and we have a facilitator who then guides a conversation around the issues. What are the big ideas that are coming up, and how do we begin to implement those here in this community? We spend a lot of time with universities, working with incoming freshmen on addressing sexual assault, understanding the issues around alcohol, around consent, around bystander intervention. We also work with graduate communities, both students and faculty. How can faculty become better mentors to their students? How can students maximize their relationships with mentors? And we're doing that because we're looking particularly at this lens of systemic bias that exists in academia. And how can we begin to disrupt or interrupt that system, and how addressing each of these things can begin to have a broader effect on the community and on academia as a whole. The value of interactive theater is that we are representing a realistic scenario. It looks just like real life, just like the lived experience of the participants, and so they're able to be a little more critical of what they see and talk about potential solutions. It makes people think. They have to think not only about the blame that they would place on other people for the problems in their community, but they begin to think about their own responsibility. What they can do to actually make a positive change. How do we make this community a place that we're proud of, that welcomes people, that gives everyone a space to be their best selves, whether that's academia, whether that's a healthcare profession, whether that's undergraduate communities or high school communities. Any of these communities that have conflict need to figure out a way to handle that conflict that promotes health and justice and well-being for all of its members. One of the most important things that Theater Delta can do is to help people operate out of their best selves, to help them find their kindness and their humanity, and then share that with the people around them.